Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy Trey Belafonte, aka LL Cool Trey, back in the building. Man, you know what time it is. It is time for our weekly fragrance review and rotation. It is just simply where we talk about the fragrances that I have wore this past week, the compliments that I got from, if I got any compliments. I was looking for my little rag to clean my glasses. If I got any compliments, etc., etc. You know how we do it here on the channel. Listen, before we get into that, we are coming up on a milestone, and you guys can help me with this. We are at about 3,800 subs, maybe. We're less than 200 subs, so I think it was 3,804 maybe. So we're less than 200 subs away from hitting 4,000 subs. So let's make that push. Let's get your boy to the 4,000 sub mark. You know what I'm saying? Great little milestone. So let's get there. Like this video, share this video, and if you haven't subbed to the channel, all of that is free. Won't cost you a dime. Now let's get into it. This week, drop my pad, I won't need it anyway. This week I did something a little bit different. I went all Valentino, except for one day. The last day was just hard, and I was just like, I'm not wearing Valentino today. I'm just not wearing Valentino, because I realized I've got a lot of fragrances that are brand new in my collection, and I haven't worn them yet, and I wanted to wear them, so I haven't. So I went Saturday, which was day 7. I went in a different direction. But no further ado, let's get into it. Sunday started the week out, and I went with a newcomer to the collection, one I haven't had very long. Very, very pretty fragrance. I like it a lot. Of course, it is from the house of Valentino, and it is Valentino Born in Roma Green Stream. And I love these bottles. I love the green and black, the black and green gradient, whatever you want to call it. It smells good. It smells good. All of these fragrances are similar. You do have the same Valentino DNA in them, but man, they are really, 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 really nice fragrances. I think there's one more from the Valentino collection. I'm sorry, from the Born in Roma line that I have to pick up. I'm not sure which one it is yet, but I know it's one more I gotta get. I don't have to get, but I want it, because my theory is, I think they're gonna discontinue these pretty fast. I don't see them making these for several years, and I want them because I like them, but simply because I feel like they're gonna get discontinued, and I will be proud to have them in my collection if they do. Definitely have the Valentino Born in Roma DNA. Definitely a bright green fragrance. Comes across a little bit masculine. There's something in the DNA of this fragrance that makes it smell like, I don't want to say like something's being baked or whatever, but it does have that in there. I don't know if they made this to compete with Coach Green. Now, this is not as bright and not as fruity as Coach Green. What you have here is just a nice, masculine, easy to wear fragrance. A little bit of green in it. A little bit of warmth, like something is being baked, like cookies or something like that. But I don't want to tell you that, because it's not very heavy, and it's not gonna come to the forefront. It lays kind of in the undertone of the fragrance. You can pick up on it, and people will smell it a little bit on you throughout the DNA of a lot of these Born in Roma fragrances. But I like it. I think it's a good one to wear for the spring. I think it's a masculine fragrance. I think it's nice. I think it's clean. I think it smells really, really good. Born in Roma Green Stream. that is what I wore Sunday. Monday, I went with another newcomer to the collection from the line of Valentino, from the Born in Roma. From the House of Valentino, from the Born in Roma line. This is Valentino Born in Roma. What is it? Coral Dreams? Coral Fantasy. And again, you got that black and slightly pink gradient bottle. Love it. And this one right here. This one is fruity. This one is a little bit more fruity. A little bit more of a tobacco with that fruit, but this is a very nice fragrance as well. That's nice. That's really nice. It comes off of your skin really, really well. I sprayed most of these on probably between 5 and 5:30, which is around the time I go into work, between 5 and 6. Just depending on how I feel. Some days I go in at 6, some days I go in at 5, some days I go in at 5:30. Just depending on what my knees tell me. But yeah, this one is fruity. Tabasco. And I know my boy JB Butters, Mr. Joel, recommended this one. I had already kind of made up my mind that I was going to go back and get this one because I thought that I had purchased Azzaro, the Most Wanted Intense Parfum, or whatever it is, twice, and I was right. I had purchased it twice, so I went and exchanged that and got this one. But nice, smooth tobacco with the hint of fruit. I think this is the type of fragrance that you can wear year round. I like it. I think it's really, really good. And I think you'll like it as well. So again, from the House of Valentino, it is Born in Roma, Coral Fantasy. Say that 3 times fast. And that's what I wore Monday, which brings us to Tuesday. Again, from the House of Valentino. And this one is Born in Roma. You know where this one Tuesday? Yes, I want to say yeah. Or this one Tuesday. This one is from the House of Valentino as well, and this is Born in Roma, Yellow Dreams. This one, funny story behind this one, and all of these last about the same length of time, which is about 5.5, maybe 6 hours. Yes, they're going to be skin scents, but people will still smell them on you, especially if you spray them on your clothes. So this one right here, lady comes through my line, her and her daughter, and the lady smiles real big, and she looks at her daughter and goes, "I love coming through his line. He always smells so good." And then she just starts smiling real good, real big, and then she goes, "Can you smell it?" And her daughter's like, "Yes, yeah, I can smell it." And it just started a whole conversation, and the guy behind them, was like, and he was like, yeah, after they left, he was like, yeah, I can smell it too. He's like, it smells like gingerbread or smells like cookies or something being baked. And that is the very, very, very last of the dry down of this. This is what you get. You get that bright you get that pineapple note in the top of it, but as it dissipates and starts to wear off, what you're left with for hours and hours and hours is that smell of like something is being baked. And it's not an overpowering smell. It's not a one that would, I guess you could classify it as a gourmand, but it wouldn't lead you to think gourmand like Happy Land Studios, Home for the Holidays, or anything like that, or Cure Cafe. It won't make you think of something's being baked. But you will pick up on it. It's kind of neat and kind of weird at the same time, but very good fragrance. Very good fragrance. And that's what I wore Tuesday. And this one is funny because the guy was talking. He's like, what is it? And I told him, I said, it's Valentino Born in Roma, Yellow Dream. And he was like, yeah, I'm too fat and sweaty to wear that. I wear Nautica. And I'm just like, Nautica's good. And he got to talking about Nautica Voyage, which I guess I'm on the odd end of the stick with the Nautica Voyage because it's just not one of my favorites. It smells okay. My favorite from the Voyage line was Sunset Voyage, which has long since been discontinued, but that's still a crowd-pleasing fragrance that smells good. But his favorite was Nautica Voyage, and it works. Nautica Voyage works, but so does this. He should get him a bottle of Valentino Born in Roma Yellow Dreams. That's what I wore Tuesday. Okay, and that brings us to Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday from the house of Valentino, of course, and it is Valentino, the original, Born in Roma. And this is a beautiful, beautiful scent. A little blue, a little aquatic, a little ambroxany. It's not the reinvention of the wheel. It is a good fragrance. I like it. I think Born in Roma Intense is the one that I have to get. I think that's the one I don't have. And this is good. This is good as well. It's, to me, along the lines of Invictus and fragrances like that, but it's just a little bit more smooth, but at the same time more masculine. Maybe it's because it's not as playful as those. It's a little bit more serious, a little bit more dressed up. You have to say it with your chest a little bit more. But nonetheless, I like this one. I like this one a lot. I just think it smells really, really good. I do like this fragrance. I do. I like this fragrance. I like it a lot. This is another one I think you should pick up before they discontinue the Born in Roma line. And I haven't heard anything, and they're steadily putting out new ones, but I just know how these companies think. If it don't make dollars to them, it don't make sense. They don't care nothing about what we think. If we like the fragrance, they don't care. All they're looking at is the numbers. That's what they look at. That's what I wore Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, which one? And I always get these confused. Wonder if I can make it out with my old eyes. Let me see. I think. Oh my goodness. Trying to see which one is which. I get them confused. Okay, so Thursday and Friday's fragrances were, of course, Born in Roma. One is Born in Roma Aqua, and the other is Born in Roma, no, that's wrong. One is Valentino Uomo, and the other one is Valentino Uomo Aqua. And I get them confused looking at them. I'm going to have to spray them to tell which is which, and they both are fire. I think that's the original Born in Roma right there. I'm on a Born in Roma kick. I think that's the original Valentino. I'm gonna have to invest in a magnifying glass. I normally use my phone to blow this up, but I'm using my phone for something else. And I'm not going to stop the video. I wish they put these in different color bottles. Man, I think that's the Aqua. And they're different size bottles, but still. This is the original Born in Rome. This is the original Valentino. Okay. So Thursday. Yeah. Thursday I wore the original Valentino. Womo. Yes, that's not Aqua, that's Womo. That's Aqua. Now, both of these are really good fragrances. Now that I look at them, I think there's a little bit different hue to the juice. It's hard to tell though. It is really hard to tell. Man, oh man. But I guess they don't run into this problem a lot because I guess they don't have, they don't run into this a lot because there's not a lot of people like us who collect fragrances. Most people just get 1 or 2 fragrances and they move on. But this one right here is warm. It is sexy. Uomo is a great name for it because uomo means man in Italian. And it's just a nice, warm, sophisticated fragrance. It just says, hi, I know exactly what I want. I know what I want to smell like. I could buy anything that I want, but this is what I want to smell like. This is the type of scent that you can wear year round. You can dress it up, you can dress it down, you can put it on with a suit, a tux, or you can put it on with a t-shirt and a pair of joggers and you're still going to smell really good. It's just warm, it's inviting, it's crisp, it's clean. And the thing that I like the most about it is, and these are the type of fragrances that I find myself drawn to, they're not mainstream and you're not going to find a lot of people wearing this. You're just not. You're not going to find a lot of reviewers talking about it. You're not going to find a lot of reviewers wearing it. I don't know why, because to me it smells really good. But from the house of Valentino, not Roma, from the house of Valentino, it is Valentino Uomo. And that is a good one. And that's what I wore Thursday to work, and what I wore Friday, as I went out on a night on the town, I wore Valentino Uomo Aqua. And again, this one is slightly aquatic, maybe the sexiest out of all of the Valentino line, as they all smell really good. Maybe I like the Valentino line because they do smell really nice coming off of my skin. I mean, they smell good. Oh man, that Valentino Uomo. But I have to admit something, if I'm being honest with you. This was hard. This was hard and it was challenging because I felt like there was no spontaneity. I felt like, it was just too thought out. And I want to do this again where I wear fragrances from the same house the entire week, because I'm thinking about this line of Paco Rabanne 1 million fragrances I got right there. And I think, man, it would be a great time to wear those and to do that. But it's just hard because I feel like when I do that, I'm putting myself in a box, even though I know that's not the case. It's just how I feel. I'm only human. But anyway, this right here is a beautiful scent. It may be the sexiest out of all of these fragrances. Did get several compliments on how nice I smelled, on how good I smelled. And people want to know, what is it? What is that? And then when you tell them, well, it's Valentino. I don't know if they even sell this in the stores anymore. I know they've went in the direction of the Roma line, but this is still a nice fragrance. Think a warm, aquatic, masculine fragrance. It's very easy to wear. And what I mean when I say that is it's not a challenging fragrance like Dior Fahrenheit is a challenging fragrance. Even Sauvage, the original Sauvage, is a little bit challenging, because of the composition and the makeup of it. It's a little challenging. Everybody can't wear Sauvage, even though a lot of people do. Everybody can't because of the makeup of it. It's just, or polo green. Everybody can't wear that. Anybody can wear this. This is a very easy to wear fragrance. It's not challenging at all. It does smell good. It is warm, inviting, slightly sophisticated. But, and the reason I say it's sophisticated is because, you're just not going to find a lot of people reaching for it. You're not going to find a lot of reviewers talking about it. You're not going to find a lot of reviewers reaching for it. You're not going to find a lot of reviewers talking about it, period, in general. Maybe that's why I like it. But anyway, my scent of Friday night was this Valentino One More Aqua. That smells good. That smells good. And last but not least, that was Friday. Saturday, I just couldn't do it, which I still have another Valentino up there that I could have worn. I'm not even sure which one it is because I can't see it. Valentino One More Intense. Could have worn Valentino One More Intense, but I was like, you know what? I've got about 7 fragrances that I have not even worn yet. And I got to get to some of them. I wore 2 there. And I was like, I got to get to some that I haven't worn. And this is one that I bought before my haul, and I still haven't worn it. And Saturday was just a little bit cool, and I thought, great day to wear this. And I mixed it with my JB Butters Egyptian Amber, and I wore this, and you've heard me say this many, many times. Don't bore her, Dior her. So I went with Dior Homme Parfum. And I've got a 100 ml bottle of this stuff, and I haven't even worn it yet. So I was just like, gotta spray it. And I was very pleased. Very, very, very pleased with this. It went great in the cool, late spring, early summer night air. And I say cool, it was in the 60s, 70s, 60s. I think the high was 78. Put the low around the 60 mark. So it was nice. It wasn't cold at all. It wasn't hot, but it wasn't cold at all. And I think this just went well with this. Very, very classy, very dressy, very gentlemanly. This is definitely one that I probably underdressed because I think I had on a polo t-shirt, some joggers, and some Air Max. So I probably underdressed this fragrance, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed smelling it on me. And I like it. You do get a little bit of that Dior Homme in it. A little boozy, a little spicy, a little leathery, but nonetheless a really, really good fragrance. If you have an opportunity to pick this up, I suggest that you do so. But be mindful of your prices and don't overpay. Now, that is it, man. That is the end of Valentino week +1, which was Dior. Valentino plus Dior. I started the week out already. I may mix it up this week and then come back next week and do 1 million or I could do several Paco Rabanne because I could do the Invictus line and then do Polo. I mean, it's just hard, you know, to be honest with you. It's really just hard. The one good thing about it is I broke a trend of my own, and that's I normally have certain fragrances that I wear to work and then certain fragrances that I wear for play. But as I'm getting older, you know, I got to start wearing some of these fragrances. So, but yeah, I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was challenging, but it was fun. Also, keep in mind, if you want decants of any of these fragrances, I will have 5 ml decants available. I do not have a website. Or web page for you to go up and go to. What you have to do is my email will be in the description below. Email me and ask me about these fragrances. Or if you've seen me review it, then you can ask me about it. If I haven't reviewed it, then doesn't mean I don't have it, but you know, it's harder to play the guessing game. Like people will email me and be like, well, do you have such. There's some people I think email me and try to play this little stupid game. Listen, the one thing you have to understand, if you haven't, I've been doing this for 5 or 6 years as far as reviewing, but I've been doing fragrances for well over 30. The one thing you have to understand about me, whether it's in life or whatever, you have to understand I am in no race and in no competition with nobody but myself. That's it. I'm in my own lane and I do not get in a pissing contest with anybody. I get the fragrances that I want, when I want them, the way that I want them. That's just me. That's just me. I don't want to get in no arms race with nobody because you'll never win. That's a no-win competition. You know what I'm saying? So when I go in the store, you know, they may push a fragrance on me and I'll be, for example, Prada Ocean. I had no intentions of buying Prada Ocean La Parfum when I went in there. I sprayed it on a card and I was just like, they told me the price and I was like, I ain't paying that for that fragrance. But the more I smelled it and the more I smelled it and the more I smelled it, I was just like, man, I gotta have it. And I hadn't watched a review, didn't even know it was out. But when I went in there, it moved me, it talked to me, so I got it. That's how your boy rolls. I'm in my own lane. And I say that to say, don't email me about fragrances and then try to be like, well, do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this? And it'd be a bunch of high-end niche stuff. More than likely, I'm not gonna have it. It's just how it is. So the best way to do it is if you see me review a fragrance, right then, get the email address, go email me and we can talk about it right then. Or if you're watching the video that I did 2 years ago, you can email me and ask me about that fragrance. And chances are I'll still have it. And chances are I will sell you a decant of it. But right now, any of these 7 fragrances that you want a decant of. Now, and again, keep in mind, I'm not a dummy either. I know how to price my decants per mil. There's 5 milliliters. I know how to figure out what this costs per milliliter, and that's the price you will pay. That's the price I had to pay. That's the price you go pay. So it is what it is. But all my prices do include shipping, and I try to include a little something extra in there if you do buy something from me. Ask my boy, Mr. Dale Payton, who just purchased some things from me if he was satisfied with his package, and he'll tell you, yeah. But, you know, get you some decants, guys. And with that being said, I'm gonna get off of here because I gotta edit this, get it up so you guys can see it. Hope you all had a great Mother's Day. If you have a significant other, I hope you took her out, showed her some love. Your mom is still alive and living. I hope you showed her some love. Her grandmother, Annie Rose, whoever, you know. With that being said, guys, listen, I love you all. I love you all, and thank you so much for being the best part of this channel. I appreciate you more than you realize. More than you realize. So let's get it. Let's get to that 4 grand. All right, I'm gonna get off of here. I love you all. May God bless you all. Thank you all for returning to the scene of the crime. Until next time, guys. Peace.